Hi everybody, it's Marcy Regan here, and I'm coming in today to have a little chat about what it means to be in your power or own your power, and what is power? What is it? What is it? So I even say that I help people connect with their power. I help people be present in their power. Hi, Daniela. And what kind of got me thinking is, what is power? What does it mean to be in your power? Well, when you are in your power, when you are present in your power, you can only do that when you know your soul, when you know who you are. Because your soul is your power. And if you don't have that soul connection, if you don't know who you are on a soul level, then you can't be in your power. Hi, Nora. And I'm going to get you to connect in from an energy point of view with what I'm talking about, just for you to feel the vibration of just the word power and what that means to you, because we're all different, we're all unique. But ultimately, you're in your power when you are coming from a place of your soul. And to come from a place of your soul, then you need to know who you are. You need to know who your soul is. You need to know your soul mission. You need to know your soul purpose. And if you don't know that, then you will feel this disconnect, and you will never be able to fully feel in your power. So the other thing that I've kind of had a realization myself this morning is that I'm doing this new brand, and I was working with an amazing lady, Gail Edwards, who is a branding coach, and she was asking me lots of different questions so that I could really express what it is I do, because a lot of the work that I do, it's so individual. It's very hard to kind of explain what it's like to work with me. But when people are going to come onto my website, people get what I do when I'm on a Facebook Live here, or they get what I do when I do a breakthrough session, or they get what I do when they work with me on a one-to-one or in one of my group programs. But what about someone that lands on my website? How can they get to know what I do? And if I can't express those in words, then they, it'll be difficult for them to really get what I can do for someone when they land on my website. And the essence really of it really, what I've realized from that conversation with Gail, is that the kind of work that I do, and the importance, why it's so important, the work that I do, it's because it really is coming back. I take people back to who they are on a soul level. So lots of people who tend to work with me have done all the practical things, have done, would get the advice to, do this and go here and stop doing that and try this, and it doesn't work. And then they're like at the stage where they're so frustrated that they're still on the hamster wheel, still trying, and they're just not getting the results. And they think, what's wrong with me? Is there something wrong with me? Or I'm not meant to do it, or it's a sign. And it's got nothing to do with that. The thing is that you are not in your power. And when you're not in a power, this is your fuel. Yes, Marja. So it's very hard, to really get it clear on our websites about what we do, particularly when we do the unseen, the work that's unseen. But actually, once you go through and do the work, it's very much seen, because your energy is different. People will say to you, there's something different about you, we can't put our finger on it. You will feel so much different, but you can't, before you work with me, you can't touch it. You can't actually even imagine it, because you may be at the stage where you have lost all faith, where you just feel lost, you just can't believe it's possible. So this is why I want to introduce you to say, look, if you're saying that I want to be in my power, or or you hear that you need to be present in your power and you need to own your power, how you do that is connecting in with your soul, because that is your power. And coming back to the conversation I was having, so she was asking me, what is spirituality to me? So it came up from the conversation that I'm very spiritual, and I said to her that spirituality to me, it's my fuel. So when I think of the possibility, and what is important to me actually, so spirituality, like that spiritual connection, is my fuel. And it's if someone came and said to me, I'm going to take that away from you, I would actually burst into tears, and I would feel myself falling on the floor without it. And I know there's an awful lot of people out there who are not connected spiritually, and for me that is why life isn't working for them, because they haven't got this source, this energy, I just so love it. It's food for our bodies, it's food for our soul. And then the other thing that's really important to me, that means everything to me, is my family, my close friends, my soulmate husband, my children. This is the other aspect. And what I've realized is that actually the reason I have all of that is because of my spiritual connection. And this spiritual connection is my soul. It's when you connect with the power of your soul, you are connecting in with the divine, because you are a divine soul that's connected to that source that is absolutely magical. So this is the talking part. Let's connect in now with the energy of what I've talked about, so you can kind of really maybe understand and feel the difference about what I've talked about. Okay? So we'll just do a bit of a connection first and a grounding. So take a deep breath, breathing in goodness and breathing out anything you want to let go of. Breathing in goodness. And as you breathe that in, I want you to acknowledge what you've heard from me now. And just breathing out and just letting it go. And then I want you to breathe in one more time. And just feel the words that I've said that are here in the air. Let them sit in you. Whatever part of what I've said resonates with you, let it be present. And breathe out. And then I want you to feel your feet on the floor, and feel this suction of energy from the soles of your feet down into the floor, down in through the earth, through the rocks and lava, and down to the core of the earth, the heart of the earth. This is Mother Earth, purest aspect of who she is. Strong, loving, kind, wise, abundant, supportive, caring. And then as we're connected in there very nicely and very beautifully, we're just going to call in pure absolute divine love to descend down from the heart of Source, down through our soul star, into our crown of our head, into our mind, into the backs of our head, into our ears, into our face, into our throat, into our shoulders, arms, hands and fingers, down into our hips, down into our legs, into our feet and down into the heart of Source, bringing together the divine feminine and the divine masculine. And let that expand out through your energetic field and out to the universe. And then I just want you to put your hand in your heart. And as you do, we're just going to invite this pure divine love and light into your heart and the Mother Earth energy into your heart, and let that come as one. Feel the oneness, feel the beauty, feel the connectedness, feel the divine love. This oneness is all I can describe it as. And then let that expand through every layer of your heart. Healing, 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 balancing, 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 reuniting you with your soul essence. Reminding you that you are not your experiences, but you are a divine, beautiful soul, beautiful light of magnificence, living in your human body on this planet, where you have come here to find out how powerful you are. We have been conditioned an awful lot to take us away from our power. We have been conditioned by religion that we should be afraid of of religion or spirituality. There's nothing to be afraid of. We have been conditioned by, politicians even, about what we can and can't do. We've been conditioned by our culture and by society about what we can and can't do. But we can do anything we want if we're coming from a place of love, of divine love. So anybody that's nasty to you, anybody that is negative, anybody that is angry, afraid, they're all signs of the disconnection of your power, of their power. And the power is your soul. So now let that oneness of energy just move through every layer of your heart, right through your whole body, out through your energetic field, up to your soul star, down into your earth star, and out to the universe. And we're actually going to send this divine feminine and divine masculine love, so the divine mother, divine father, the earth, or mother earth. Oh, I see it like wanting to be like a ball of light. And we're going to ask that this ball of light travels to the different places on the earth right now that need it. Let that descend down into those areas in the world that need it, purifying and clearing the anger, the pain, the devastation, the sadness, the fear. And let it pop into every person. Take a deep breath and release. Take another deep breath and release. We just give thanks that the healing that's needed on this planet right now is done, and so it is. And we let the work and that light continue to do its work until its work is done, and then it can actually be sent back to where it needs, where it's originated from. It's going to transmute everything into pure divine love and light instantly. Anything that comes into contact, it'll be transmuted into pure divine love and light instantly. And so it is. And now coming back to your power, the power. I want you to imagine and connect in with the vibration of the word power, and where does it resonate in your body or your energy. And feel free to comment. And what color does it represent? Just the power, the word, the vibration of the word power. How would you be? What would you be doing if you were coming from a place of power? And I just want you to acknowledge this power that you're connecting with right now and where it is. Orange and the heart. Beautiful. Okay. So the orange for you, Nora, you know, it really is about, you really are the creative feminine, that creative, natural, feminine energy. Positive, playfulness. Right, so Marja is red and in the belly, so the red is passion. Passion. So for you, power is also connection, this kind of feeling connected to the earth. A very nice, steady groundedness. And the belly. In fact, the power really is in the heart and the belly, in the solar plexus. So it's kind of those. It's for everybody. There's a different point, but it actually expands into the heart. When you're fully in your power, it expands from the heart and the solar plexus into one. Beautiful. So now I want you to connect in now with the knowledge that I've shared with you, or the idea, to see if it resonates with you. So this is where you are right now in relation to the power, the word power, the vibration of the power. So now I want you to connect in with the possibility to imagine that you know who you are on a soul level. And where does that resonate in your body or your energy? And now I want you to connect in with the feeling that comes up around that. And you could put your hand on your heart as well, just kind of for a moment, to imagine that you fully know who you are on a soul level. And I can feel, as you connect with that, this is kind of just a glimpse. Everything that is not your soul essence, just for this moment, let it all drop down to the earth and let Mother Earth hold it for a moment. So there's something very powerful in this exercise. So Marge is saying it's in your head and it feels light. Right, so what I want you to do now is to, as you connect in with the fact that you know who you are, so Marge, this is interesting for you because it's in the head. So this tells me that it's in the mind, right? So if you could let your mind, your head, let what the lightness drop down in your body or your energy to the place where you feel that you are fully present in your power. Right, so Nora, it's in your belly. Yeah, great. And it's very strong. And now I want you to connect in with the color that means for you, that you're connecting in with your soul of who you are on a soul level, And this is your power. And right now you are just connecting with it. And the color. And just for this moment, I want you to allow yourself to be present in this power. What does it mean for you to know your soul? So purple, that's beautiful, because purple is spirituality. It's, you know, it's one of the highest vibrations. Yellow is power. It's the sun. But purple, for you, Nora, is your connection to your power is being, the sense of being from a spiritual perspective. And Marja, for you, the yellow is actually for you, it's confidence, feeling confident of being in your power on a soul level, if that makes sense to both of you. And so we're just going to allow that energy just to travel and to move throughout your body, through every cell, every atom, every organ, just to connect in with that aspect of your energy, of that power. It feels emotional love. I know, because it's so beautiful. That is, it's this God presence that you're connecting in with. Yeah. It's the unconditional love. And what we're going to do now is we're going to send that energy to the things that you've dropped into Mother Earth for this moment, and just infuse it with emotion. And Margie, you are the same, emotion and buzzing in your head. Yeah. Bringing in a lovely, lovely, soft pink, just to allow you to take what you need from this. And now we'll just invite the things that we dropped just to come back in, but they've been infused with this beautiful, loving energy, and let them float wherever now they need to flow, because it might be somewhere different. And you might feel a slight shift from that. And this is why it's so important to realize that in order for you to be present and be in your power, it requires you firstly to know who you are at a soul level. And that is your fuel, to be honest, that's all there is. That's all there is. And to be able to do that, then it requires to really look at all the different layers that are keeping you from your power. Because I see a lot of people saying, yes, I can do this, I'm doing this, I'm going to show up. And they really, really mean it, and they really, really, really feel it, and you can feel it. But then what happens is, after a day or two, then they lose it. Then they revert back to the old, to the doubting, to the pushing, to the shoving. And so when you're in your power, there is no pushing, there is no having to, there is no shoulding. There is no, there's no disconnect. What there is instead is there is like a magic. There's a joy. Crying tears of my soul, darling. Oh, you see my love? Yeah. So crying tears of my soul, that feels 1,000, 10,000 times better than all the tears today from fear and overwhelm. Absolutely. So the fact that you're having the tears from your soul, they're cleansing. That's the difference. So you already, well done everybody. You already are beginning to get what I'm talking about. And you see how it's important that when we talk, that we feel the words that I've expressed to you, because otherwise you wouldn't get it. So when you bring the words and the energy together and feel it, then you understand it. Well done. Amazing. Amazing. And do you see as well how simple it is? How beautiful it is? How transformative and powerful it is? And this is it. So when you say, I am in my power, I want to be in my power, I'm showing up in my place of my power. If you don't know what that is, then you can't really be in it for very long, because the power is you. It's your soul. It's the divine. It's God. And so when you have that connection, I mean, anything is possible. You are an amazing soul who is unique in every way, who is beautiful, who is gifted, who's strong, who's playful, who's joyful, who's positive. And so in order for you to be, that is your power. And this is why it's so important, to have your, in order for you to have your dreams, in order for you to have that successful business. And last week I was talking about, inviting 10K into your life. In order for you to have that 10K, to be honest, none of that really matters. It won't, the channel to having all that is knowing your soul. And without me knowing my soul, and without me having this spiritual being and presence that's now, to be honest, so natural that I like I said, I couldn't live without it. That has taken me towards my dreams, which, to having this beautiful family of mine, to having this lovely soulmate relationship with my husband, to having my lovely home, to doing this soul work, because I know whom I am on a soul level, and and in order for me, it's so important for me to be from that place and do from that place, because then it enables me to reflect it to others that I work with, and then they start seeing who they are on a soul level, and they start owning their power, and initially you might have to own your power. Then the next phase is to be present in your power, and then the third anchoring phase is to anchor into your power. And those levels are very different, and the journey to them is beautiful and different in every way. But it's like when you're growing up as a child, you don't want your child to be a baby and then suddenly move straight into being an adult. A baby needs to go through all the different phases of who it is to be a child, because if a child misses a stage, then you'll find that there will be some form of disconnect. So it's the same for us in, when people say about, owning your power is really more powerful than that. It's you have to go through the phases and the stages of, first of all, even getting to know your power, which is knowing your soul. Then once you know who you are on the soul level and own that power, then you can fully own it. Then you can be present in it, and then you can be anchored from that place. And when you are in that place, it's the most emotional, as you've connected in with, liberating, beautiful, fulfilling, joyful place and space. And this is why we are here. Because when you're in that level, when you're coming from that place, and when you know who you are, and by the way, you will really know who you are, but you'll know the essence and the core of your soul of who you are, but to know as well that it's always evolving. Yeah, wonderful. Amazing. That's great, Marja. So, overwhelm is a fantastic sign, Marja, that you're moving to the next level. Overwhelm comes in when it knows that you're going to the next level. So that is great confirmation that you are evolving to the next level. So I hope that has inspired you. I hope it's given you another insight about when you say, or when you hear from people, I'm owning my power, I want to own my power, or I want to be more present in my power. It's really important to really know what that means, and really to do all of that from a place of power. It's connecting in with who you are. So that's it, my darlings. Wishing you a fantastic day. I'd also like to give a shout out to Inga Dexney, because I'm doing this Facebook Live thanks to Inga Dexney's social media mastery journey, where every week we come on individually in our page and we support each other. We increase our presence, and it's a fantastic group to be in. So if any of you are light workers and want to really know how to make use of social media and want to be supported by a lovely group of entrepreneurial women and men, actually, who are really the kind of people that Inga would attract, are people who really are spiritual beings and are spiritually aware. So it brings in a beautiful energy into the space. So it's Social Media Mastery Journey, Inga Dexney, if you want to check that out. And if you would like to explore working with me on a deeper level, on a deeper soul level, then I have one VIP slot available, that become available because the client I was working with, that I've scheduled to work with, she can't do it until May. So I have one slot available for April. And if that's something you would like to explore, then drop me a message on Facebook, or you can drop me an email at info@colourharmony.com. And that is it for me. Thank you for watching, and share this with any friends that you feel it could help, inspire, make a difference, and take them out of the fear, out of the overwhelm, out of the unknown, into the knowing from a soul level. Thank you. Mwah. Bye.